Hello, welcome to another episode of Black Ice 73. I am Black Ice 73. You know that old saying said, it's not what you know, but who you know. People. The people who knew Donald Trump the best and they were heading to prison or was in prison, they got their sentence pardoned or got their sentence commuted. President Trump just opened up the damn jail gate and let a lot of people walk out. They tell you, they call Lil Wayne all kind of sellouts and fools and stupid and dumb and talked about his dreadlocks, even though he is losing a lot of dreadlocks. They talk about he looked like a gremlin and saying he was ugly. They were saying he had lost all hopes of blackness. But guess what? All this time, Lil Wayne was playing chess. And everybody else playing checkers. Lil Wayne said, fuck, man. I just got hit on the drug charges and a gun. Okay, they gonna they ain't gonna charge me with the gun charge. I mean, drug charge. They gonna charge me with the gun charge. Oh, shit, I'm looking at 10 years. Lil Wayne said, guess what I'm gonna do? Hey, President Lil Wayne said, I'm gonna go for President Trump. President Trump for president. Lil Wayne know he about to do 10 years. So he like, I'm gonna endorse President Trump. I'm gonna play chess on y'all. Lil Wayne endorsed President Trump. Even though President Trump lost, but President Trump remember that. He like, damn, who did little black motherfucker gone for me? And when he said, Lil Wayne, he's a rapper, you're like, well, he going for me, I'm going for him. So President Trump found out Lil Wayne might get 10 years in prison. So Lil Wayne people sent President Trump's information, well, former President Trump now, sent him some information. The president said, okay, I got you. You had my back. I got your back. I don't know how in the hell he knew about Kodak Black. I don't know how he knew about him. But Kodak Black about to get out of prison for the soul people. The done squeaky voice Florida rapper. He makes pretty good music. But he do got a squeaky voice, people. Kodak Black sound he just swallows some helium gas every time he talk. They Kodak Black. You ain't never heard Kodak Black talk. Then he got to do the little southern twang with it too. But Kodak Black, his sentence got commuted, people. President Trump said, you get out of jail free. Steve Bannon charged these fools over $200 million. He raised $200 million to help build the damn border. It was something like it was up in 100 million. And he got convicted of frauding people out of their money, saying he's gonna build a border wall. He's taking a walk. The former mayor of Chicago, I think he already out. The former mayor of Detroit, Kwame or something like that, he got his sentence commuted. That dude was up for 28 years. President Trump said, not no more. He let him go out. People, the old saying is true. You're not what you know, it's who you know. It's who you know. And now Donald Trump right now, and you had screwed up, you're in a great position. Because they said around midnight this morning, Donald Trump signed that executive order to let these jokers out of prison. But I got an article for y'all. I got an audio for y'all can hear right quick. It's coming from CBS.
Paula, good morning to you. It's a long list. Who else was granted clemency? It's a very long list. Good morning, Tony. Well, 143 people received either a pardon or commutation from President Trump, and the list ranges from the president's political allies to nonviolent drug offenders. Now, you mentioned Chief Strategist Steve Bannon. What's interesting is that CBS News has learned that the president's inner circle had actually tried to caution him against granting relief to the controversial conservative commentator. Steve Bannon pleaded not guilty to defrauding donors in a fundraising campaign for President Trump's border wall. But before the trial could even get underway, the president gave him a preemptive pardon. Also receiving a full pardon is GOP mega donor Elliot Broidy, one of Mr. Trump's top fundraisers in 2016, who pleaded guilty to conspiring to violate foreign lobbying laws. Mr. Trump extended pardons to 3 former Republican congressmen and commuted the sentence of Detroit's former Democratic mayor, Kwame Kilpatrick, who was serving time on corruption charges. The president also pardoned rappers Lil Wayne and Kodak Black on their separate federal weapons-related offenses.
The pardons are a very positive thing for a president.
Missing from the list were preemptive pardons for himself and his children. Amid speculation, the president would try to sidestep potential future federal charges. The list also left out WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange and former NSA contractor Edward Snowden.
We did what we came here to do, and so much more.
The pardon spree came after the president delivered a video message on his last full day in office, unapologetically praising his record over the last 4 years.
I did not seek the path that would get the least criticism. I took on the tough battles, the hardest fights, the most difficult choices, because that's what you elected me to do.
Even with just hours left in his presidency, Mr. Trump refused to refer to President-elect Joe Biden by name, though he did say he praised for the success of the new administration.
We extend our best wishes, and we also want them to have luck, a very important word.
As he prepares to leave office with his legacy stained by the violence he allegedly incited at the U.S. Capitol,
you have to show strength and you have to be strong.
He tried to distance himself from his own words 2 weeks ago.
Political violence is an attack on everything we cherish as Americans.
But yesterday, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell was clear about who he thinks is responsible for the riot.
The mob was fed lies. They were provoked by the president and other powerful people.
In his first interview since leaving office, the president's former Attorney General Bill Barr said Mr. Trump's misinformation on the election's legitimacy prompted the violence.
I think that was the thing that precipitated the riots on the Hill.
When the president entered the White House, he vowed to drain the swamp, and at the time, he signed an executive order that banned people who had worked in the White House from lobbying for 5 years. But early this morning, in an about face, he rescinded that guidance, which means that those who have worked in the Trump White House will be able to pursue lobbying efforts. Anthony?
Paula, thank you.
Man. Also, Snoop Dogg sent President Trump some love, said, hey, man, appreciate you pardoning one, but he commuted a sentence of one of the co-owners of Death Row. Not sure. It's the person nobody will never know about. You know that dude, like, Baby and his brother is the co-founder of Cash Money. We don't know his brother's name. We just know Baby. No, I'm sorry. We just know Birdman. Sorry. I don't know who they are, Baby. Is Baby and Birdman the same people? Shit, I don't know. But, yeah, there's a lot of people got their sentence commuted. I still don't know how he knew Kodak Black. Still don't. But congratulations to Kodak Black. He'll be back out here doing some bullshit. Be honest with you. He could be back doing some bullshit online and back on his little rap beef, and he made some music. It's good to the young man out of prison. And it's good, you know, like, it was smart of Lil Wayne to support Donald Trump presidency for he to get commuted. And It's a lot of people, man. Donald Trump, once again, he came in and he leaving out the same. He leave it out the same way he came in. They said, as you heard in the article, they said someone hit Abe was like, no, man, let Steve Bannon stay in there. Donald said, who was the president, me or you? I said, Steve Bannon. Steve Bannon getting out. So, get what he did? Steve Bannon is out, people. There's going to be a lot of shucking and jiving, people. There's going to be some hustling going on. Because they ain't made Steve Bannon pay them people back. Steve Bannon coming out of doing prison rich. People, it's not who you know. I mean, what you know, it's who you know. Money help out money. Money help out money. And people like President Trump, he scratched the backs of people who scratch his back. You got a list of some of the people who got, other 143 people got commuted or pardoned last night. It said former, I would say Steve Bannon, Idiot, he granted pardon to Abbott J. Pyro Jr. He the ex-husband of Fox News host and longtime ally Jenny Power. Fred Keith Afford, Michael Ashley. Well, Fred Keith Afford, he received a full pardon. They said the White House said he was convicted in 1977 for a firearm violation and served 1 year unsupervised probation. So Michael Ashley was convicted for bank fraud over the 2009 collapse of the mortgage company, Lending America, and sentenced to 3 years in prison in 2019. He was executive vice president of the chief business strategy with the company. Ashley was ordered to pay back $49 million in reputation. This went on, and $800,000 in forfeit. His sentence was commuted. I wonder what the money commuted to. It says Stephen K. Bannon. I always say him, but he was a White House strategist. Lynn Barney. He was Trump granted a full pardon for Lynn, who was sentenced to 35 months in prison for possession of a firearm as a previous convicted felon after having previously been convicted for disturbing a small amount of marijuana, distributing a small amount of marijuana, according to the White House. David Barney. Trump commuted the sentence of David, who was sentenced to life in prison in addition to 20 years for a drug conspiracy charge in 2017. Dude, life in prison. And 20 years on top of that, thrown out the court. Dude served 3 years. It said President Obama commuted his sentence term to 30 years to a 30-year sentence. It said the White House said David is a father of 6 children and has maintained a great record in prison. It said Dr. Burnett. It said Burnett, a retired doctor, was sentenced last year to 15 months in federal prison for taking part in a long-running healthcare fraud scam where he authorized sham contracts that concealed over $30 million in illegal kickback payments to physicians, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office. It said the overall scam resulted in more than $900 million in fraudulent bills being submitted. And the office said, the White House said, Barnett has spent the past year devoted to helping protect his community for coronavirus. He received a full pardon. His name Carl Boggs. Trump granted a full pardon for Carl. In 2014, Carl pleaded guilty to federal charges stemming from the criminal investigation into the illegal use of a disadvantaged business empire to obtain government fraud construction contract. They said, according to the U.S. Attorney Office, he pleaded guilty to one count of conspiracy. Kristen Buhlenkamp. Trump commuted the sentence of Kristen, according to the White House. She has served more than 10 years of her 24-year sentence for a nonviolent drug offense. Man, who you know? Todd. Trump granted a full pardon to Todd, who is a former deputy to disgraced lobbyist Jack. In 2009, he pleaded guilty to conspiracy with others to commit honest service fraud. According to the Department of Justice, Todd and other lobbyists working with them sort of took advantage of the interests of the group and company they represented by lobbying federal legislations and executive branch office, the department said. This guy named Jonathan imported more than 2,200 pounds of marijuana worth approximately $1.7 billion from 2008 to 2010. According to Customs and Border Protection document, he pleaded guilty in 2011 and served 5 years of his 10-year sentence on conspiracy to import marijuana to commit money laundering. Trump commuted his sentence too. You up, man? Don't worry about it. I got you. The dude named Elliott. He's a former Republican National Committee's finance chair and one of Trump's top fundraisers, was pardoned. Elliott pleaded guilty in October to conspiracy to violate foreign lobbying laws. Prosecutors said that the scam aimed to have the Trump administration sink an investigation into a multi-billion-dollar looting. This dude named Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. Everybody knew him as Little Wayne. Little Wayne was also granted a pardon. He pleaded guilty in December to a federal weapon charge after he carried a handgun from California to Florida on his private jet. Due to past felony conviction, he is barred under federal law for possession of firearm. The charge carries a maximum prison sentence of 10 years. Carter has frequently expressed support for Trump and recently met with the president on criminal justice issues. This dude named Randall Cunningham, but his name Randall Duke Cunningham. Another ex-members of the Congress. The California Republican was sentenced to 8 years in prison for bribery and was released in 2013. He received a conditional pardon. Paul Eckerson, a conservative operator with ties to the NRA, came under scrutiny during the investigation into the Russian election interference. He pleaded guilty to wire fraud and money laundering in an unrelated case. Rodney Gibson, he was convicted of drug trafficking in 2009. Gibson served more than 11 years in custody, according to the White House. His communications was supported by acting Attorney General Jeffrey and the Office of the Pardon Attorney. The details of his conviction couldn't be independently verified. This is George Gilmore. This former local GOP chairman was convicted in April 2019 on failing to pay payroll taxes for making false statements on bank loans application. In the appeal, Gilmore claimed that the hoarding disorder made him spend lavishes on personal expenses rather than make timely payments to the IRS. His pardon was supported by former New Jersey Governor Christie, among others. I'm gonna come back in a few minutes. I'm gonna read the rest of it. Cause I don't have a big following right now, so I only can talk to 20 up to 19 minutes or so. Then if I talk past 20 minutes, I had to wait back down 13 hours before my video get posted. So I'll be right back.